Hello everyone, I am Sandeep and I am going to start C programming tutorial right from the very basic. I am going to cover the basic concepts of C programming along with practice questions, which makes your concept very clear and makes you experienced in programming. So if you are new to programming, it's gonna be very useful for you. So for programming in C, the very first thing we have to do is to use a code editor. Code editor. And we are using Dev C++. You can use any of the editor, depends on your choice. It's not something that you have to use Dev C++ only or Visual Code only. You can use any editor. So we are using Dev C++. So before starting with the concepts of C programming, let me discuss what programming means. So do you know what is programming? Let me write programming. It is not something that we are planning. Programming is actually something that we are telling our system, we are telling our computer that what operation we have to perform. So we can say that programming is a technique, is a process of telling our system, telling our system what operation, what operation we are going to perform. We are going to perform. Or what is the problem that we are going to solve, or what is the solution procedure or procedure. मतलब प्रोग्रामिंग से हम अपने सिस्टम को ये बता रहे होते हैं कि सर हमें करना क्या है, हम कौन सी प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन फाइंड करना चाहते हैं, हम कौन सी प्रॉब्लम को किस तरीके से फाइंड करना चाहते हैं, ये प्रोग्रामिंग होती है. So now we know that programming is the process of telling our computer what operation we have to perform, what problem we have to solve, what procedure we have to use. So if we are having communication or programming, so there might be several languages by which we can tell our system that what we have to do. So there are several languages, out of which C is also a language. So programming languages. Programming languages. Programming languages act as a medium by which we can communicate with our system. So this could be C language, C++, or Java, and many other languages are there. So we have to discuss about C programming. C programming. So we are not going to cover much theory in this. We'll be covering theory only significantly, whatever is required. And we are going to do this tutorial completely practical. So use your system, use your mobile phone for practicing coding along with us so that your concept get clear on the spot. Now let us start with the core C programming concept. So the very first thing we have to do is to select a new file in Dev C++ source file. So we have to save this file with .c extension. So the very first thing in C programming we have to do is to write the preprocessor. So preprocessor is written using hash symbol, has include stereo.h. What is this? Here, hash symbol. Hash symbol represents the preprocessor. Represents the preprocessor. What about include? Include means that we are including the library file, the files that are in C library in our C program. The third thing is stereo.h. stdio.h. So stereo represents the file name. File name In the C library. In the C library. Stereo means standard, standard input, output. It means that we are going to use standard input output functions in our program. This is the very first thing that we have to do in our C programming, because this particular line is going to link our editor with the C compiler, which means that if we can't, if we are not using this line, it means our compiler will not be able to compile our program very clearly. So this is output. What is dot h over here? Dot h represents the file name, file extension, sorry, file extension. Like for music file, we have .mp3 extension. For movie file, we have .mp4 extension. For word file, we have .word file, .word, .text. Like that, the files that are kept in a C library are extended with .h extension. So this was the introduction and the first thing that we have to do in our C program. Likewise, uh, like has include stereo.h, we have many other functions like include conio.h, console input output.h, we have math.h. We can use these library files as per our requirement wherever we are required to use it. So that's all in this tutorial. Is the very basic. I'm not going to make this video very long. I'll be covering the next thing in the next video.